Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, citizens of YouTube. This is Pastor Dow. Right on the heels of this video of this young black thug knocking out cold his older white woman and still spewing and very hot from that. There's a lot of things I myself personally just should not put in front of my eyes, because all it does is it just jacks me up, makes my blood pressure go through the roof. Of course, I equate that to passion and being passionate and stuff, but it's a sad situation that we find ourselves in. I looked at another video right behind that one of this white couple. It's a white man, white woman, and they're in some type of city. I wouldn't call it a subway or corridor. There's something like, I don't know what it is. But these two are walking along, and all of a sudden you got like 5, maybe 6 young black youth out of nowhere jumps them. Starts beating up on the man, starts taking whatever they have and stuff. The woman and the man both had fight in them because they're trying to defend themselves from this attack. Then all of a sudden there comes this big guy, a big black guy, comes in, and I guess he finishes off the guy. Then they all take off running. Well, it had to be in some type of populated area. It could have been a mall or something like that. All of a sudden you see these 2 police officers running, but they're a day late and dollar short as usual. This is where Pastor Dow comes in with wisdom. Number one, I want you to understand something. And let me don't give a series of numbers one. Let me just get you to understand this. We're living in a time and in a day where you have to be keenly aware of your surroundings. You do not get to pick the time, the date, or the hour when evil comes to you. Can y'all get that through your thick heads? Now, I understand that, well, I don't like the way you talk, Pastor Dow. Then you take your sensitive, clean mouths and filthy lives and go to another channel, because that's the way you're gonna get talked to like this over here. Because we are hard-headed, stubborn, obstinate, vindictive, ignorant people in this generation. And when you get somebody like me, now, you hear me over and over again, I don't care about what people think, but I do care about people. I really, truly do. And when I say that, I care about the people who I am surrounded by. I care about what they think. Now, that I do. But you know what's a sad, sad situation, though? Is you'll get people like this, all right, that will join in with a little gang, and they'll all get together with their little evil self and decide they're gonna take advantage of a helpless couple. You understand me? And make no mistake about it, knowing a special skill such as martial arts, black belt, or MMA, or whatever it is, that's not going to help you in a situation where there's 5 or 6 of them and 1 of you. But you know what will help? A firearm. That would definitely help, because see, while they're beating on you, you could be reaching over into your side, and you can grab a hold of one of them in one hand and take that gun and put a couple of bullets right in their cavity. And the rest of them will start running. And when they start running, that's when you can use your training and skills to take their ass out. Now, I know that many of you religious people don't agree with stuff like this. And you need to take your sorry religion and just go on somewhere with it. But you know what the sad part about all this is that you as an individual, you have to be very careful where you find yourself at today. You really truly do. You need to be very careful where you find yourself at today, because many times you go into places and you go into areas that you've literally got no business. I'm trying to fight with the sun. You literally got places that you go to that you have no business at being. And if you're in a mall, and it looks like, now that I think about it, it looks like, you're going between one of those doors to an outdoor in a mall or something like that. But if you can't carry a firearm in a mall, don't go to the mall. They got plenty strip stores and stuff like that, strip malls out other places that you can go and spend your money, or you can do it online. But you need to be very careful where you take you and your loved ones in this type of environment and in this world today, because this world is sick, and it's getting more sicker by the moment. And this proves my theory and my point of, again, when evil comes, you can't dial 911. These people had no opportunity to dial 911. If you did, all you're going to do is just take an ass whooping. That's exactly what they did. And a beating. But if you had, let's say, a Glock 19 with 15 rounds, or a Glock 40, and there's 5 or 6 of them, whoo, guess what? You have just made the tables equal. You sure did. And you can defend you, lawfully defend you and your loved one. But if you're in these stupid cities, how intelligent can you be if you're still sitting up there in New York? What can you do with something like that except take a butt whooping? Or New Jersey, take a butt whooping. Or California, take a butt whooping. But see, if you're in a state down here that understands the nature of humanity and comprehends that we need to defend ourselves, that man could have pulled that firearm out, or that woman, while her husband was being jumped. And we're going to assume it's a husband, all right? While her husband was being jumped and you had 5 or 6 people that had all their attention on him, she could have pulled that firearm out and she could have unloaded. Hopefully that her aim is true. You hear that, Sister Carol?
Yes,
hoping that your aim is true. Don't hit me. You hear me?
Yes.
Damn it, don't hit me, because I'll shoot you. But see, yeah, you're going to be disturbed. You're going to be greatly disturbed because you're in a particular situation right there to where, you know, your adrenaline is going to be pumping and stuff. That's where training comes in. That's why you have to be put in stressful situations so you'll be able to learn how to control yourself. That's why I don't mind telling you that I spend a little time with our little community, women and men both. I need to spend more and gonna spend more with helping them to understand how to behave in something like this. But I'm gonna tell you right now, I pity the fool that would actually try to pull some crap like that with me and Sister Carol. You know, myself and my wife, we're both 49 years old. No, I'm 49 and she's 48, all right? And we do not look like a helpless couple in any way, shape, fashion, or form. People tell us that we don't even look our age. They tell us that they said that Carol looks like in her mid-30s and I just turned 40. That's what they say. But we do take responsibility for our health. We take responsibility for ourselves, and we try to make sure that we stay in the best physical condition as possible. Because we, by nature, I guess you could say that, since, you know, being in a paratrooper for 10 years, I guess by nature, you know, we're tactical. And we think self-preservation constantly. But, you know, I just hope and I do pray that the day never comes that I would actually have to defend myself and Sister Carol and use lethal, deadly force. Because I will use lethal, deadly force. And I'm not like many of you people out there that, you know, where they tell you where you're going to, you know, you'll get all stressed out and everything and stuff. And it'll be on your mind and conscience, and it will trouble you and bother you. Have you ever noticed these soldiers coming back from Afghanistan, the war zones and stuff? They walk around just like anybody else. They probably have killed who knows how many people, and they walk around like anybody else. No, Pastor, I would not be disturbed if I have to take somebody out of this life because they stupid. That's where you need training. You really, truly need to educate yourselves. You know, I try my best to say and make videos that will help you, but hey, it's totally up to you if you want it or not. It makes no difference to me. But it's situations like this that will teach you how important it is for you to be well trained and well armed. And if you live in a city or town or state to where you can't be well armed and you can't be trained and you can't actually carry a firearm, I suggest you move. And even if you live in a state that tells you that you can't carry a firearm or something like that, how are they going to know if you got one or not? I'll tell you what, it's better to live to fight another day than to die like a cowardly dog. And these people who did these heinous acts are cowards, no doubt about it. They are flat out cowards to attack an innocent couple like that. And don't come to me with all this black pride and Imhotep and all this other crap and stuff like that. That's just flat out wrong. And it's just sad. It really truly is sad, but it speaks to the conditions that we find ourselves in this world today. Hope it says something to bring inspiration. My name is Pastor Down. By the way, a real pastor that you will read about, and he's an Israelite pastor that you'll read about in the book. Not none of these passive, okay, I was about to say that word, soft words. All right, you too. I'm not a pastor like that. I'm a passionate pastor. Anyway, y'all have a good day. Shalom.